explosive. What the fuck is council culture, dog? Say what I want about you, I'm like Oprah, dog. I treat you like I'm Jigga, watch I own it, dog. Oh, you worry about a critic, that ain't protocol.
I'm the best, and the best, and I got it, on my own. Get my way up, get my go. If I touch it, then it's cold. I'm the best, and the best.
First opened back in 1975. There's a look inside the iconic Caesars Superdome in downtown New Orleans. Today we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap between the Los Angeles Rams and the New Orleans Saints. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And from the end zone, Deontay Hardy will bring it out. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Jameis going to look to throw right away. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown. So a big defensive play there on the opening drive, no less, as they make the interception and bring it back for the score.
And I think that's a signal for how this defense wants to play. They want to be disruptive, and you know they're going to take some chances.
Well, sometimes it can burn you, but right there, it paid off. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They begin on the ground with Kamara. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. So it's the big left tackle who gets tagged with a hold.
And sometimes you're actually executing the block well, and he starts to slip off of you, and instinctively you reach out and grab him. And when it's done like that, it's often seen by the official and called.
Ready?
Winston to give. It's Kamara. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. Here's Winston. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. It's a gain of 14 yards. That's good for the Saints.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From the shotgun, it's Winston. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And now the Rams have got it, going the other way. And they are going to score on the fumble return. Touchdown, L.A. And Charles, look at the big fella. What a rumble that was. Not only to scoop it, but then take it the rest of the way for the touchdown.
And now you know they're going to have to hear about it from now on. The defensive backs, he's going to want to run with them, do their drills, the whole deal. He thinks he's the pace setter now.
It doesn't matter what happens in practice this week. He's smiling.
Matt Gay to kick off for Los Angeles.
And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone.
Deontay Hardy on the return. The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 15-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, man. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10. Jameis to throw it. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by David Long. And the Rams are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield.
And partner, I think this is where long-term starters in the NFL separate themselves from the rest of the pack because there's still 3 full quarters left in this one. More than enough time to move past a pair of early mistakes and find a way to lead your team to a win. Mental resiliency, a characteristic every NFL team's looking for in their quarterback.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down. Now Stafford. Oh, trying to get that to Adams, but that's intercepted. Picked off by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And the Saints are going to have it here at their own 15. And this, Charles, definitely not what they were wanting to see. Remember, he threw 3 interceptions in the loss last week, and now he gives the ball away again here in the very first quarter.
And you have to think that this was drilled into him all week, too, by his teammates, by his coaching staff. They've told him all week long, we've got to protect the football. They probably crossed that fine line with giving him the right advice and saying it too much. And it turned out that it got into his head.
And Jameis intercepted a 3rd time. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me that he always told his teams.
And the pressure gets to him and brings him down. Stafford is sacked. Cameron Jordan in there for the sack, and it's an important one from a personal standpoint as that is sack number 100 in what has certainly been a terrific career to this point. Throwing on 2nd and long. Stafford. That's into the hands of Akers, complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one good for 26 and a first down.
And that's how you shake off the interception you threw on the opening drive, come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to 2 people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
And they run the option here on 1st and 10. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down. Facing a 2nd and 3. Ball on the 10.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 10-yard line.
And he he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal.
Some good, strong running right there. Some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
And they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. They'll run here with Akers. And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. They'll try the air now with Stafford. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Alontae Taylor. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. The 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. In a tight game like this, that could be an incredibly important pick six, CD. And remember, it cancels out the one that the opposition had earlier in this ball game.
You're right about that, partner, because each side came up with plays to swing the momentum their way. Still plenty of time left for either team to come through with a win, though. Can someone else make a similar play and win it for their club?
Powell now to take it out of the end zone. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
Early in November. But they will be on Stafford for the 3rd time is intercepted. Picked off by Alontae Taylor. Well, these defensive coaches, they sure like what they got in this rookie corner. And with good reason, as you saw there.
He only cost him a day 2 pick, and a lot of people thought he had first-round ability. But when he was available on draft night, that was one where you didn't need the full time to make the selection. You called that pick in early, and he shows why he was so coveted with that interception there.
Jameis now on 1st down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown. Gay is on for the point after. It's good, and it is now 21-7.
Makes the score Rams 21, Saints 7.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Winston and the Saints now with a 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. After the pick six, they go right back to the air. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And he'll lose yardage on this one back to the 13. A completion, yes, but certainly not what they wanted. A loss of a full 6 yards.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing you.
On play action, Winston. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Leonard Floyd in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now.
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. Here comes the Saints punter now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. That'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. On 1st down, they'll start out with Akers. And some space here. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. 25 yards to pick up there, and also a 1st down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. 20. Now it's Stafford. That'll be caught. It's Kupp. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catch.
And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Allen Robinson, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Rams take a 3-touchdown lead. Here's Gay now to add the extra point. He knocks it through. It's 28-7.
Makes the score Rams 28, Saints 7. Matt Gay to kick off for Los Angeles.
After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. A good run got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. To throw, Winston. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Leonard Floyd. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles. And that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping them.
He's got a man, complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one will go down as 33 yards on the 3rd down conversion.
And this offense needed something to try and seize the momentum a little bit. That might have been exactly what they needed. Now they have a chance to go downfield and score and cut into the lead.
He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by David Long. And the Rams are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line. Well, there's 2 sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for him. That's tough. But, man, this defense, they have been ball hawking and impressive. But, Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's struggling this much at this stage of the game, do you maybe try to get him out?
I would think about it. I think about it awfully hard. But also, you might want to look into his eyes, see what he has. He might be one of those players that you don't want to affect his confidence by actually pulling him out of the game. So you have to know your player. You have to know the situation.
On 2nd and 9, Stafford looking underneath. He's got Akers. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. A gain there of 12 yards and a 1st down L.A.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got him the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
They'll run on 1st down with Akers. Up to the 20.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off by Alontae Taylor. And he will take it across midfield and down to the 45. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11. Off the play fake. Winston. Blitz coming, and down he goes. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up third. Charles, not to point fingers, but how much of this goes on the shoulders of the offensive line? I mean, look at the 6 sacks last week. That's the 4th in this game.
Definitely the bulk of it does go on the offensive line. That's what they're tasked with doing, keeping their quarterback upright and clean in the pocket. But I think they have to look at, okay, are we bringing in extra people? Is the ball out of the quarterback's hands quick enough?
And now here is another interception. And the Rams are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And a good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket. No reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together. He gets this to Davante Adams. And he's going to have a first down here. They're also in the field goal range down at the 27-yard line. Now a timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. On first down, it's Stafford. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. Well, CD, when you mentioned earlier about spreading the ball around in this game, I don't think you mentioned the guys in the other uniform. With 4 interceptions here in the first half and several. That is caught by Olave. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great effort there as the first half is winding down. And the Saints are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Let's go on the extra point, and that cuts the lead to 28-14. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Powell now to take it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Rams take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. On 2nd and inches, Stafford. And incomplete on the deep ball.
As quarterbacks like to do, he pushed it downfield on that throw. But I think that since he was outside the pocket and there was open space, it would have been a good time for his first carry of the game.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down leads us to 3rd and inches. A final shot before the break. Stafford. Man open, it's Kupp. He's got it. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So we've come to halftime. It's the visiting Rams taking the lead to the break. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Going to get the football first here, and they look to build on their lead as the second half gets started. Howell now to take it out of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
Rams take over first and 10 at their own 15-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
and they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
And some room to maneuver. There he goes, left side. Touchdown, L.A. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. This one taken just inside the 10. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They'll try to get the offense going with Kamara. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Here's Winston. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. They dial up the corner blitz that time, and it delivers to the tune of a 9-yard loss.
This defense, they just continue to feast. 5 sacks now as a unit. It's been quite an afternoon getting to the quarterback.
And we're seeing it come from a variety of places as well. Sometimes just the guys up front getting to him. Other times you add extra guys rushing the quarterback, twists and stunts. It's been a variety, and they've had no way of blocking them.
Here comes the Saints punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. It's a 45-yard punt, just a 1-yard return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
At their own 40-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They're continuing to rock and roll, and in intermission, maybe sometimes you fear after such a good first half of a letdown, but that wasn't the case.
And what I remember most about being in those situations is exactly what you're talking about. You almost have that sense of satisfaction. You're like, we're doing really well. But I remember one time someone saying, winning's fun, but so is playing really well. Why would we want to do otherwise? That was the message, to keep the intensity up, to keep things going, and that's exactly what we're seeing here from this team.
Yeah, it's helped them extend their lead. So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14. We need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Had to pass there. 3rd and long on your own side of the field. Just couldn't come up with anything.
That's why teams always talk about having to win the early downs, meaning you've got to gain yardage and set yourself up for 3rd and short, because when it's 3rd and long, the odds go down significantly trying to pick up the 1st down, even throwing the football.
And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked by his former FSU teammate Jalen Ramsey. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
After the interception, here's Stafford. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into bigger points. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here. Getting 3 points at the end of this drive, that would feel disappointing.
It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. And now here is another interception. And now the rookie's free. Past the 20.
And he's going to be out of bounds here all the way down inside the 10.
I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. They'll wind up getting 7 on the completion, but they'll still be faced now with a 3rd and goal situation.
It's now 3rd and goal.
Winston now. Touchdown!
Chris Olave
with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year.
And the Saints take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points.
Lutz with the extra point, and the lead will be cut down to 14. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
Powell now to take it out of the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
Their lead down from 21 to 14, but still sitting in a great spot, up 2 scores here in the 3rd quarter.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown in. Frankly, that should have been another pick right there. He's able to call his own number for 8 that time, but it leaves him with a 3rd down. They'll try and run for this with Akers. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 124 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Meanwhile, Stafford's throw, it's complete into the hands of Higbee. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down. Now Stafford. Pass complete to Akers on the out route. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it's 2nd down. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. They'll break the huddle and come out with 4 receivers, 3 of them to the right side, 2nd and 7. From the 50, it's Stafford. And he's just throwing the ball up for grabs now. Fortunately, that one going to fall incomplete.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead, you've got to protect it, and he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, 4th quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, huh?
The Rams on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Play action. Stafford. And able to find Higbee. It's complete. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Well, that's one way to convert on 3rd down, picking up 26 yards. On 1st down, Stafford here. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu.
And the Saints are right back in this football game.
Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost like they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Play action now. Winston. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And my goodness, another interception. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line.
With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys have been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay. Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I like the call. Inside the red zone, running the toss. Why? They want to get to the edges. They want to see if guys who don't normally make a lot of tackles are willing to actually do that. That usually means the guys in the cornerback position.
Going to run the sweep here. This is Cup. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down.
But defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
They'll try and pick it up by running the option to the right. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. They give him 7 yards on the play, and they do pick up the conversion on 3rd down. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Akers is going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. This one now, Charles, you'd have to think all but over.
I would agree with that because this offensive line, they've been physical from the first snap of the game, and it's taken a toll on this defense, and it was never more evident than on that play right there. They continue to move the line of scrimmage forward, and they open up enough space there to get their guy into the end zone.
Saints 21.
After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. From the 10. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Play fake. Winston sliding out of the pocket. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. Well, CD, that helps the home team as they try to erase this deficit. Give them the penalty for pass interference on the defense.
Yeah, and they certainly haven't been happy with what they've seen so far, have they? They're certainly hoping that that call now might get the fans back into this one.
And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. That one goes for 24 yards. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. To throw is Winston. And boy, another ill-advised throw there as that will wind up incomplete. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
And
the pressure gets there, and Winston goes down. They get to him for a loss of 4, and it brings up 3rd down on the sack. So now after the sack, Winston and the Saints needing to figure out what to do. Tough play, 3rd and long. Looking long for Thomas. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Desperation time. Winston on 4th down. And he is going to have the Saints 1st down on what will be a big play there on 4th and long.
That's good for the Saints.
Winston now to throw on 1st down. And now here's another interception. And the Rams are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. If they had designs of kind of wiggling their way back into this one, that hurts their chances right there.
Man, to put it mildly, look at the lead, look at the deficit, trying to make a play downfield. Everyone seeking to be somewhat the hero. Didn't turn out that way at all, and you're exactly right. It's going to take a lot for them to have a chance to win this one now.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll go again here with Akers. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 142 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Going to run the sweep here. This is Cup. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. Paulson and Debo up to make the stop.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack.
That's the former Buckeye Pete Werner getting the sack.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
On third down, they're going to go with the option.
Despite the nice gain of 13 yards, it's fourth down.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it. But it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before we hit triple zeros. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. One last shot now for Winston. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance. Well, by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
It certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go at each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for Los Angeles, the win form is number 6 on the year. And they'll have another road date next week with the Kansas City Chiefs. Meanwhile, for New Orleans, they've fallen out of things now as they sink to 3-8. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Santa Clara to take on the 49ers.
Let's go. You seen the making of a star, they hear my name and remember me. Just let the record show that I said I'm coming for everything. You seen the making of a star, they hear my name and remember me. Said I'm coming for everything. You good, but to be great, you gotta have confidence. The next level was legend. You gotta have accomplishments. In any league, they considering me dominant. The long falls, you know the pit of defeat, bottomless. I was hungry way before I got your support. I hopped off the porch around the time that y'all got awards. Lyrical exercise, this what I call a sport. The fourth bar, brother, when I push the rock off the court. I got champion genetics. Next level. One of the best. Remember me. I am the place. You seen the making of a star, they hear my name and remember me. Remember me. I am the place. Just let the record show that I said I'm coming for everything. I am the place. You seen the making of a star, they hear my name and remember me. Remember me. I am the place. Just let the record show that I said I'm coming for everything. The chattermouths who talent don't average out. If your flow ain't nowhere near this caliber, that don't count. Competition get flattened out. Getting money like I went top 3 in the first round. My salary that amount. They want my style, but that ain't much to be flat about. I take it as a challenge when rappers calling my status out. One of the best, and they ain't my pedigree. You can have the ring story, did an AI's legacy. I got champion genetics. Next level. One of the best. Remember me. I am the place. You seen the making of a star, they hear my name and remember me. I am the place. Just let the record show that I said I'm coming for everything. I am the place. star, they